What's good, everybody? It's your boy Untold Insight, and I'm gonna do my little take on something that I feel like I should explain for people could understand a little bit much better. My whole thing with CBD is not, I don't have a problem with it. I have a lot of friends that actually they use weed and stuff like that. But hear what I said, they used weed. I didn't say they use CBD. Okay? When people usually use weed, they only use it for the psychoactive. There's nobody really saying, hey man, I want to use the CBD part with it, because everybody knows that the CBD part is in the male plant, which doesn't provide any high, right? So nobody's actually really using it for the purposes of his medical content. Let's be for real now. Let's not over here start talking all type of reckless and shit, okay? Let's keep it 100, all right? So this is my problem with it. I have bought some lollipops that said that they contained CBD in it. Well, nowhere on that package did it state how much CBD was in it, and that's the problem that I had with it. It wasn't the CBD, it was the packaging itself that said how much CBD was in it. They never stated it. They never had it anywhere on the package. But they let me know that on the package as well, that they had melatonin. So they were able to put the effort to put that melatonin was in it, but they didn't let me know how much CBD was in it. That's why I had a problem with it. 2 different flavors, 2 different packages. Yeah, there's no excuses. No excuses, straight up. Okay, now here's my take on this. I feel that it shouldn't be sold that expensive, and I'll explain why. We're gonna get into the money making aspect of this and why I think so. Okay, over there on the West Coast, they have places where it's fully legal to use it recreational or to use it whatever. When a state is recreational, yeah, it's fine. You could use THC, you could use CBD, which means you could use the psychoactive part, which means you could use the medical part. That's great. When a state is just medically cleared and it's only for medical purposes, that means it shouldn't be able to just sell the psychoactive part. It should only be CBD. That's what's happening over here in New York. It's medical, so that means it's only going to be CBD. There won't be no psychoactive shit. So the whole thing about you taking it, you say you're going to feel high, you're not feeling high. It's nothing. There won't be no THC in it. Okay, so this your placebo effect is in full go right now. Okay, you're getting the healing properties. Now that I understand, and I have no problem with that. CBD has been wonders for people, okay, because we contain receptors in our body that contain and that act because they're CBD receptors. That's not the only plant that we have receptors for, and this is what people don't understand, and they fail to understand. They're just emphasizing this on weed right now because this is the plant that they're actually trying to legalize across the United States. Okay, we also have kratom receptors and other plant receptors. That's why certain things affect us better than others. Okay, that's just there. Let's clarify that right now. Okay, so that's not the only wonder plant out there. That's just the only plant right now that everybody's focused on. Okay, now my take on the cost wise, and I'm going to get into this now. I feel that they shouldn't be selling it that much, okay, being that it's for medical purpose. There's a lot of medically things that you could buy over the counter that are not expensive and that actually do wonders just as well. Okay, everybody's saying, oh, it's, saying it could cure cancer. Yes, it could. There's proven documents and stuff like that, but there's also cases that are also documented, and there's a lot of them out there that people have taken it having cancer and it couldn't do anything to the cancer because the cancer was full blown. Once the cancer touches other organs inside the body, it's very hard for the CBD to actually stop it. If you take the CBD at an early stage of the cancer, yes, it could help it a lot. It could even cure it. But if it's very severe, the cancer, I mean, sometimes even going through chemo, which is radiation treatment, won't be able to help you. And even then, you still go. There's been cases like that as well. So we're not going to focus on the bad either because there's a bad percentage as well. Okay, we're just going to stay on the good. They're selling this medical uses, right? But when you go over to West Coast, like I said, where some places are just medically cleared, just medically, that means they could only sell the CBD part. They're selling the psychoactive part there. And pretty much more the sales are for the psychoactive part in there. I mean, like, come on. If you walk into the place and you could go buy the THC part, which is the psychoactive, and they sell it there, and they sell it for a low price, you ask yourself why you ain't selling the CBD like that. The CBD is the one that you could ship all the states in the United States, but you can't sell the psychoactive all over the states. It could only go to another state that's pretty much legal. It can't come to a state that's not. Even if the state was medically cleared, it wouldn't be able to go because it contained the psychoactive part in it. That's my point. I'm saying how they're ripping people off. They're only doing this because, first off, the companies that start up these dispensatories, they're making money off you people, okay? Secondly, the government now is making money off the companies that are making money off the people. Okay, they found a way to make money off this. The same way they found ways to make money off alcohol, the same way they found monies to make off cigarettes. If they could make money off cocaine and heroin and everything else, they would do it. Okay, they don't give a shit about us the same way they put out things over the counter that is very dangerous to us. Plain ass aspirin, taking enough of them could kill you. The same thing, you take enough NyQuil and shit like that, it could really do damage to you. They make money off all this. So all this ends up about being money. It has nothing to do about medical properties, has nothing to do about that. They're trying to and if they do legalize it, the only reason why, they're gonna find a way that they can make a lot of money on it. If you look at the stats, how much the West Coast generated these couple of years since they've been legal, how much money they've grossed in this, it's ridiculous. The same way that now they're also putting that you could trade stocks. Okay, you could sell and trade weed legally on the stock market. All this is to make money, and this is what the youth doesn't understand. It's not that I'm targeting something. I'm just showing that there's a higher cause of what's going on. It's not about, oh, let's make it legal for the world peace, and all that hippie talk shit. Nah, they're making money off you people. Okay, straight up. You could go in the streets right now, anywhere on any block, and you could pick up half an ounce, and it would still be cheaper than anything you were to go inside and get half an ounce medically. They'll give you the argument, yeah, but you'll know the percentage size of how much you're getting, right? Okay, so now you understand the problem that I had with that CDB lollipop package. They didn't let me know that. You understand that, right? This is why I had the problem with the packaging, not the actual medical property itself. Okay, this is the only thing I have the problem with, how they're generating. This is a new trend, dude. When this fully goes legal, like I said in my other stuff, when it fully goes legal in the United States, this should be so fucking cheap, it shouldn't even be funny. It just should. There's no reason anymore. Like I said, if you're selling it for medical use, then you know what? We're not even talking about the prices they're selling there, because some medical things, I mean, they could go up into the thousands, right? But hey, then who would buy it? Let's be for real. Who's gonna go buy $1,000 fucking gram of CDB oil? Would you be buying it? Because I fucking know I wouldn't be buying it, right? That's why then people learn how to make their Rick Simpson extracts. They find their own ways to do it. And like I said, once you know how to do extractions to things, you would know how to make your own extraction, and you would see how cheap it costs. I mean, this goes for everything, man. People just are not aware of what's really going on with all this. It has nothing to do about the medical properties. They're just making money off this, and that's the problem. If you're trying to pitch this as a medical use, then you should be really helping the people, and you're not. This is what they're doing. They're just making money off of it. At the end of the day, this is going to just be another money-making scheme, okay? This is what those companies, they'll sell you a little bottle of CDB. And I'll tell you what's another funny thing, and I've noticed too. You have all these companies that they do all these little, they look like little NyQuil bottles now. Like they're making these leans and shit like that. And they're selling it for prices that, I mean, are ridiculous when you look at them, like $40 a bottle. But then when you turn and you look at the ingredients inside, I laugh at some of them because I'm like, wow, this is supposed to be a CDB product. But now you're containing kratom in it. Why would you be putting such another strong plant inside? Okay, now you're containing kava root extract, you're containing St. John's wort extract, and all types of other fucking things, valerian. Like, why are you putting all these other things into a CDB product if it doesn't need it? The reason why you're doing that is because if you put these other extracts, you could put a lower dose of CDB. Why? Because the other stuff enhances it. I've been saying this for a long time, people. Don't be getting suckered into all these gimmicks that are out there. Okay? This is just Untold Insight, giving you some insight about things. You could buy anything you want for certain things. And like I've said before, this channel is not a channel to substitute weed or any other type of substance. But it's a channel just to inform you that there's other ways to get stuff. If you're looking for relaxation, there's a billion other plants out there, teas out there, ways you can make tinctures to get relaxed and are safer. You don't have to worry about all those fillers also that they use to make things a little bit more heavier, if you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the same thing like if you were to go buy a workout supplement, right? You would say, let me get you look at a product on a supplement for like protein, and it'll say have 25 grams of protein. But you were to look where the sources of protein come from. When you overall look at everything, it pretty much contained only like 10 grams of actual protein. The rest of it was all fillers. All types of shit that they put in it. So that goes for everything. Hopefully this was informative for some people, and now you guys understand why I have a problem with the way that they're using CBD now, just to make money off people. You know, CBD should be sold at the same exact price as something like that is sold like THC wise. If you're able to sell the psychoactive part at your dispensatory, then you should be able to sell the CBD at the same damn price, because there's no different. One plant is actually legal, so it should be cheaper, if you ask me. The plant that's illegal, which is the psychoactive one. That's the one that should be cost a whole lot more money. But like I said, they know where the real money's at. Don't nobody buy this shit for the fucking psychoactive. I mean, for the medical part. Let's be honest, man. Don't nobody buy that shit for the medical shit. Only the people that have real cancer do. Everybody else is buying that fucking psychoactive shit. And that's just my take on it. Okay? Let's keep it 100, man. Stop lying to yourselves. It's your boy Tone Told Inside. We out.